So, hello guys, welcome back to the KP show. This is episode number 6 of our SWOT analysis series, and the team today we have is Rajasthan Royals. So, Pratik, without any further ado, let's go into the playing 11 first. I think this is the playing 11 where we had least number of debate or disagreements, and it goes as follows: Vaibhav Suryavanshi, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Shimran Hetmeyer, Riyan Parag, Dhruv Jurel, Donovan Ferreira, Ravindra Jadeja, Jofra Archer, Ravi Bishnoi, Adam Mill, and the impact sub is where you have multiple options. You can go in with Sandeep Sharma, Kuldeep Sen, Sushant Mishra, Tushar Deshpande. Each of them bring something different to the table. But for now, we have kept it as Sandeep Sharma because last to last season he was very good, and even the season before that he was good. Last season I think he went for plenty, but other than that he has been doing decent for Rajasthan. So I guess he's the one who will start. So let's talk about the 11, Pratik. I think the openers, nothing much to talk there. Jaiswal picks himself, and Vaibhav Suryavanshi, he could have the second season blues this time because now he has been a lot more found out by everybody. So they will try to target him, especially with his bottom hand. He can be prone to be attacked with the new ball. So
Yeah, that can be a case. Jaiswal also. Jaiswal has been little susceptible to shot outside off stump because he is very impulsive on the cut shot. So has had his issues, but I think Jaiswal, the player, would have worked a lot in this gap that he got. And then we have Shimran Hetmeyer. I think Hetmeyer is in the form of his life. If you watched him in the World Cup, he was like terrific. At number three, the new role given to him by Darren Sammy, I think he pretty much nailed it. Then we have at number four the captain, Riyan Parag. I think Riyan Parag, as you know, he's one of my favorite players coming in the Indian circuit. I rate him very highly, especially because of his flair in the gameplay and also handy with his off spinners. Also can bowl a bit as well. Then we have Jurel, the wicket keeper, and would like to bolster his numbers as a finisher. But let's see how it goes. Then we have your Donovan Ferreira, another one of my international favorites lately because he has had a terrific run as a finisher for South Africa as well as Johannesburg Super Kings. He plays for. So he has had a good run of form there as well. Then we have Archer, we have Adam Milne, two of two of the very exciting fast bowlers who bowl pace, high pace, and then we have Ravi Bishnoi, the googly man. Then we have Jadeja, the veteran, and we also have Sandeep Sharma or Kuldeep Sen, all those options. So I think all in all, I think they have got a very covered unit.
I think in terms of backup also they have Shubham Dubey who can come in as an extra batter if need be. Like if anyone is out of the form or anything, he has played across various positions for Rajasthan Royals over the years. And here Shimran Hetmeyer in a new role for Rajasthan Royals is something that we will see. I think in our Mumbai Indians video we did the reverse with Tilak Verma. We took him from number three to number five, number six. And here we took Shimran Hetmeyer from middle order to number
Number
three.
six to number three, yeah.
Yeah. So I think he'll be very effective in this role. At least that's what we've seen so far. And, these West Indian players, they really like to take the game on early on in the innings. We see that with Nicholas Puran, for example. He's a excellent batter at number three. Earlier, he used to bat number four, number five. Since he came on to number three, he has been excellent. I think the same will happen with Hetmeyer as well in the
Hetmeyer.
IPL. They with the bowling, there are a lot of options for them.
I think they have the only problem we had with Rajasthan earlier that they didn't have those extra bowlers. Like they went with a fixed template of five bowlers and six batters. And then even with the impact player rule, it didn't change much for them. They used to play with all seven batters, and then one of them would go out, and a bowler will come in, and they will bowl with the same five bowlers. So I think this time with coming in of Jadeja and with also Riyan Parag as well as Donovan Ferreira can roll his arm over for few overs. So they have got quite number of options this time with the ball as well.
Yeah. I think they can field four proper quality international bowlers in there as well. With Ravindra Jadeja, Bishnoi being the two spinners, spin department has also bolstered because you remember the trajectory that the Rajasthan Royals team especially in the spin department, went through. Initially, they had Ashwin and Chahal. Those were the two seasons where they did really well. They made it to the playoffs both the times, if I'm not wrong. Probably they missed out in one season when both of these guys were there. One out of four seasons, I think they didn't go through the playoffs, but the other three times they did. Last season, they had to go in with two overseas spinners in Thikshara and Hasaranga. We all know how that turned out to be. Now they're back to the original formula, meaning the formula from 3 4 years ago, where they have two Indian spinners and two quality Indian spinners. Although this is not going to last too long because Jadeja is aging, but I think whenever there is a next mega auction, they can get somebody else. Till then, Jadeja 4 overs, he's a bank. I would say on worst days he can go for 40 plus, but that happens very rarely. Generally, he stays in the range of 35 to 40 in his 4 overs, which is quite good by today's standards in T20 cricket. And if the wicket gives him some help, he can pick a lot of wickets as well. So I think they are sorted from that aspect. Uh, and with in terms of bowling, they purchased Sushant Mishra from the auction from Jharkhand, the left arm pacer. He is the leading wicket taker from Syed Mustaq Ali Trophy this season. Was an integral member of the Jharkhand squad in their victory. And then they have Kuldeep Sen as well. And we know Kuldeep Sen how well he has bowled in the IPL, and if he is not injured, then he also can be a value add to their side. They can probably not play Mill, they can play some one of these two, and that can bolster their 11 even better. They can use some overseas batter somewhere if possible, but I don't see any quality overseas batter anyway.
Overseas, but actually that would have been the case. But the thing is, Sam Curran got injured, so otherwise Sam
Ah,
Curran would
okay.
have played in, but
Sam Curran,
and Mill would have set out.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So all in all, looks a good side to me, to be honest. Let's talk about their strengths, Pratik. What do you think their strengths are?
I think there are a couple number of things for them going in favor of Rajasthan Royals. First thing is their opening batting. I think they are ballistic in the nature of play. Any day these play two guys get through the power play, that means you are seeing a 80 or 90 on the board. They're that good. Then we have the spin hitting again for Rajasthan is just prolific. Hetmeyer, Jurel, as well as Rian Parag. Rian Parag, mind you, hit five sixes of Moeen Ali last year in one of the games at Eden Gardens. So he's a terrific hitter of spin. Then we have strong in the finishing department as well with Donovan Ferreira. He's an excellent hitter against pace. I think he strikes somewhere around 170, 180. So all in all, the batting looks really well rounded. Then on the bowling front, the new ball, if Adam Milne and Jofra Archer, if both of them are fit and firing, I think it is a treat to watch. If you have watched 100 or 100 in last few years, you know how good Adam Milne, the new ball bowler, is. He hasn't played a lot for New Zealand. Reason being they don't have vacancy. He was earlier Bolt and all used to play. He always used to come in as the fourth seamer who used to be the squad player. This time also he was in there, but in the semi-final I think he got injured in the SA20 and he was ruled out of the World Cup as well. So Jamieson hopped in as a sub. So, anyways, the new bowling combination is really good for them. So that means the power play at both ends is very well stacked, batting as well as bowling. Then we have middle overs. The spinners are really good, Vishnoi as well as Ravi Jadeja. I hope Vishnoi picks up a lot of wickets this time because that has been missing from him in the last 2 years at least. And yeah, all in all, very well-rounded side, I would say.
Yeah, I think you pretty much covered all the points, and I think for me, the important part for Rajasthan Royals in this season compared to previous seasons is that they look like a very balanced side. As you said, Sam Curran inclusion would have bolstered their side further, but even now they look to be a very good side. And for me, the strength lies in their bowling department. This is one of the better bowling departments, I would say, compared to many other teams. So that should give them an advantage. Now let's go on to the weaknesses. I think one of the strengths that you named, which is their opening partnership, Jaiswal and Vaibhav Suryavanshi, I think that also could turn out to be a weakness if Suryavanshi is found out. Then they would have to rely on a Shubham Dubey, and they would have to make some changes in their batting order in that case. So that could be the only weakness in that sense, like in terms of batting, the top part. And then you come to number 6, 7, that aspect. So let's say if Donovan Ferreira or somebody else doesn't get going, and if the onus is on Jadeja to hit spinners, let's say if that situation comes out, but I don't think it will. They have to manage his entry point well, because as good as Jadeja is, he can still hit pacers, but he is not a reliable finisher against spinners. We've seen this so many times. So I think they have to manage that entry point well. Other than that, I think they are sorted. Also, I think on slow wickets, their bowling might struggle a bit because they don't have those change of pace kind of bowlers, which some other teams might have. In Rajasthan's case, they would rely on their spinners to carry their team on those kind of wickets. But the good part is, even on slow wickets, they have the batters who can dig in and score those hard runs. So they can balance their weakness in that way.
Yeah, that is for sure. I mean, that is the case, and also Rajasthan means Savai Mansingh. On the day games, the track is really slow because black soil wicket it doesn't really bounce that high. Also, large playing area, and same with Guwahati. Guwahati is kind of a coin toss. You never know which kind of pitch you are going to get. Some days it is like a 250, the other days it is 150.
Yeah.
So that is also true. Means I think the bowling is well equipped, but the batting is well equipped for the slower surfaces. But the bowling part, apart from Jaddu and Bishnoi, you can say they are not that good for the slower tracks. Now, on the faster wickets, they're brilliant. Both Archer and this guy, Mill,
Yeah.
and whoever the third seamer is.
Yeah, I think in short, we have to say that for Rajasthan, one of the biggest weakness is their ground, because they don't play all of their home games in one venue. They have to travel to
Yeah,
Guwahati to play three of their games. And on in Guwahati, the three games that they're gonna play are against big teams. So they have to be very careful. If they lose two of these three games, then that's gonna put a lot of pressure on them. So that is a weakness, I would say. Now, coming to the section of how to beat them, I think the key is to get two out of the top three early, and then you can put pressure on the middle order. Very standard way of saying this. This is very templated answer that everybody gives, but I think that's true for Rajasthan as well.
yeah, for sure. I mean, that is one way. Then another thing, what I can see is on very flat wickets as well, their spinners will completely go out of equation. Like somewhere in a at you can say sometimes Gujarat rules out those kind of surfaces, or Firoz or at Arun Jaitley Stadium where this ground is small and absolutely flat batting wicket, so their bowling can go for a toss there. So yeah, that is also another way how you can build this team. Another problem what I see is the new leadership roles because everybody is new there. The management is new, the owners are new, the captain is new, all of them are new. So that also adds to their you can say issues.
Yeah, I think that is also that could be one of the problems, like the captaincy, how well the bowlers are managed. Like I said, you could have all the resources in the world, but if they are not managed well, then that could be a problem. So yeah, I think that's a fair shout on how to beat them. But let's move on to our next segment, which is the top three performers. So my top three performers are Yashasvi Jaiswal, Jofra Archer, and this time I'm picking Dhruv Jurel.
Yashasvi Jaiswal, Dhruv Jurel, and
Jofra
who
Archer.
the other ones? Jafra
Jofra
Archer.
Archer.
Okay, Archer. Okay. So my three will be Hetmeyer, Jaiswal, and Bishnoi. Yeah, because I think Bishnoi has a point to prove, and also with Varun going out of form during the World Cup, he can have an opening to come back into the team. So I think also the large playing area of Savai Mansingh can help him.
Right?
He comes from Rajasthan. Both him and Rahul Chahar, both of them play for Rajasthan.
So it's kind of homecoming for him as well.
Yeah, Ravi Bishnoi. Yeah,
And talking about homecomings, we move on to our next segment, which is surprise performer, or you can say a low-key performer. And my pick, of course, here is Ravindra Jadeja, who has had a homecoming in of sorts to Rajasthan Royals 2008, the first IPL season. He was playing for them. Now he's back with them. Can he bring the good luck to them like he did in the first season? We'll see. But I think he will be a very crucial performer for Rajasthan Royals. See, with the bat, he has depleted a lot, and that is the reason why he has been traded to Rajasthan Royals. Otherwise, CSK is not the team that will trade somebody who has played with them for so long. So that is understandable. But I think Jadeja has still a lot more to give. With the ball, I think he'll be good in this season. With the bat, if his entry points are managed very well, he can give you those 20, 30 game changing runs. So I'm picking him as the low key performer.
Yeah, so for me, it will be Donovan Ferreira. I think this might be his year as a finisher because Hetmeyer, as we see, moves up to the order and he can be really destructive. I have seen him bat over the last 2 years in SA20, and he was the only silver lining for me in Johannesburg Super Kings. This guy, Donovan Ferreira, mind you, he does everything. He's like a Glenn Phillips discounted version, you can say. Bats little down the order, but does everything. He's explosive with the bat, can bowl a little bit of off spin, terrific fielder because he used to bowl in the first 12 overs, then complete his 4 over spell, then come in as a wicket keeper in the last 8 overs. And it was really fun to watch him and batted really well as well. So yeah, he's my shout.
Yeah. Then we move on to the most crucial question, which is the last segment. Do you think Rajasthan Royals have the team to make it through to the playoffs?
Very sneaky, yes. I mean, more towards the mid-table finish, I'd say. But I think if the leadership comes into the party really well, I think they can do it.
For me, they have the team. It's all about the leadership. And I believe they will make it to the top four. And it's going to be a neck to neck competition between these teams, Rajasthan Royals and Rajasthan Hyderabad, couple of other teams. But I will keep Rajasthan Royals as my favorites in the playoffs, for the playoffs. So, yeah. So that is it for this video. We'll come back with episode number 7, Thala for a reason. Unfortunately, CSK is already done. It will not be CSK, it will be somebody else, which you will find out in the next episode. See you in the next one. Up until then, ciao.